So we've got Lisa Lashes. Could you give us a bit of an introduction?
Hi everyone. So I'm Lisa Lashes. I'm a DJ for the last 25 years. I'm a music producer. I've made tracks for Intech Digital, which is Carl Cox's #1 techno label. I'm one of the Tidy Girls. I'm a patron for the Pink Ribbon Charity Foundation, and I am the CEO of the Lisa Lashes School of Music, which lovely you are attending at the moment and doing the podcast. And this is why I'm on, because have a little chat about what we're going to be doing at Storm for Halloween. So thank you for doing the interview with me, Holly.
Oh no, thank you for joining us. So yeah, you've mentioned about the Storm event happening on the 30th of October. Very exciting. We're all very excited. How are you feeling about it?
Absolutely love playing at Storm. I think I've been there, 20 years now. I've been playing at Storm, and I like it even more considerably because it's only 5 miles down the road and it's a really easy place to go to. And it's always fun because I know like all my friends will come. It's a great vibe when you've got kind of like your friends there and everybody going there to have fun. And it's the 21st birthday, which has been kind of put on hold for the last 2 years. So there'll be double, triple celebrations, I imagine.
Amazing. We're looking forward to it. Who are you excited to see performing? All the other artists?
Always excited about. I love watching Anne Savage play. I love watching BK play. Ben Stevens as well. So pretty much everyone on the lineup has been sort of in my life, and I've played sort of like in sets and events and venues with them for the last 20 odd years. So it's great to kind of catch up with all of those. So I'll be going super early. We'll have some of the Kickstarters. Are you going to be there, Holly? Are you coming?
Unfortunately not. I'm not going to be there. I'm absolutely gutted. I can't make it.
Okay, well, I can't do it then. We're going to have to postpone.
We'll have to. Another year.
Next year, 22nd.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to go for it. So what's your favourite part about performing? Obviously, we've got the Storm one coming up, but what would you say your favourite part is?
I suppose live performance is, it takes, I sort of go into like a headspace, that week when I know where I'm playing, I'll get all my tunes together and, I can sort of envision what kind of crowd's going to be like there, what kind of music they want to hear. The best part about it is kind of like that excitement, getting people together. We've got to hire a car because all my friends are coming. We do that, and it's just excitement all the way really. Once that week of performance comes up, and I sometimes get nervous about it, but I know that I can do it. I can play there, and as long as the equipment is up to scratch, and there's no skipping needles, I'm absolutely fine.
Brilliant. I know you mentioned in your introduction about what was it called, the Pink Ribbon Foundation charity. You're a patron for that. Would you mind giving us a bit more information about it?
So on Wednesday I went down to their birthday because it's a breast awareness month in October. I was just called sort of like 20 years ago when I started DJing out. I met one of the patron ladies and ambassadors, Lisa Allen, and she asked if I'd like to kind of be a patron for the Pink Ribbon Foundation, and it's been going for 21 years. There's now a blue ribbon as well for guys to check their boobies, because guys can get breast cancer as well. I don't know whether you knew that. Anything that I could do for them, I will try to do, whether it's by way of kind of playing at their events or sharing all their posts and just getting the campaign and foundation awareness out there. So it's a great charity to be, and Lisa Allen works so hard all the time. So I'm proud to be part of their ambassadorship, if that's a word.
Amazing. I wanted to also talk about some of your other accomplishments that you've got. So we found out, obviously, that you're the first female artist to break the top 10 in the DJ magazine top 100 artists. Come on, tell us more.
And I know I kind of get I feel embarrassed about it because there's so many girls before, DJ artists before me that could have sort of like got that accolade, but it was just a time and a place, and I was having a really good year, and I was playing all over the world, so I had like worldwide international votes and stuff. But it's kind of like one of those bitter pills to swallow. It's like, it's great to be like classed upon as the number 9 female DJ in the world, but also I feel kind of like a bit embarrassed that everyone doesn't get that, because there's some phenomenal artists out there, female and male. So I don't really like speaking about it. Like, I get a little bit like, oh, it's okay.
Put you on the spot.
It's kind of humble with anything that you get, then yeah, I'm completely humble and thankful for that. So
well, we think it's brilliant, and obviously we know more about the fact as well. What first female DJ to perform in China as well.
Yeah, that was interesting. Guangzhou and Shenzhen. That was so I kind of went over there with the Carlsberg and Heineken people, and yeah, that was an interesting kind of about 20 odd years ago. That was so accommodated, fantastic. I mean, China's moved on lots from what it was before then. So yeah, I mean, I remember going to the event with in a bus with like chickens and stuff like that, and livestock and things like just one of those things you've got to do, you know, when you go to an event. But yeah, it was good fun, and yeah, I was the first female to lead the way and pave the way in China.
This was obviously early on in your career. Did you expect to do something so fantastic?
It's well, I kind of went. My career kind of happened so quickly. It happened within sort of like a year. I was mixing within 7 weeks. I was then playing on a boat party on the River Avon, and then I was picked up by a promoter who was there, was looking for female DJs to work in his club. But it was very much like the time and the place. It was big to have like a female DJ in your club, or you know, to kind of like represent or as a resident. And it was the time the Spice Girls were #1. And it was all girl power and stuff like that. So yeah, I did a lot of firsts of that. You know, the first couple of years of my career, and I played with fantastic DJs, and yeah, I kind of took it in my stride, I suppose, really. And you get thrown straight in there. You've then got an agent and a manager and a sponsorship person and a this and a that, and international coach. You're like, oh my god, you just go with it, and it's like it's a whirlwind of amazingness, I suppose, and all joined by music. So yeah, anybody that wants to do music, you can have a career in it, and you can travel the world, and it's a fantastic job, for definite.
Amazing. We also just wanted to ask you more about because you've mentioned obviously being obviously a female DJ, first one to go to China, all amazing things. Have you faced any sort of discrimination being a female DJ in the music industry?
I suppose I did at the beginning, when I didn't realise what discrimination was. You know, I think it's happened throughout my career, but I haven't really acknowledged it or thought about it, really. It's not until now that it's very much in the press with all the stuff that's going on, you know, the Me kind of campaign, and the equality and diversity stuff, which we're working on the school with as well. And you know, the sort of like the stats kind of prove that it is still a male-dominated industry, with what is it, 97% of people are male, whether that's, you know, journalists or photographers, DJs, musicians, producers, whatever. So I know there's some big campaigns going on with Jaguar and Radio 1, with trying to find some, you know, 1,000 female DJs and producers. So you know, there's great things going on, but we just need to put it out there a little bit more, because there is a difference. I mean, there's a total difference in pay. I do know that. You know, I can headline somewhere and sell it out, and then another DJ, a male, can sell it out, and he can have 4 times as much as me. But you know, I'm already happy with what I get. But it's not the point, is it? It's like, so hopefully we can bring that a bit more to the forefront and kind of tackle those kind of things as well, for you know, even down to pay equality and yeah, job satisfaction and stuff as well. So yeah,
absolutely. Slowly but surely getting there. We also just wanted to discuss more, well, a little bit more into that sort of area specifically. So like, we know that you've paved the way for a lot of female artists. Well, we think we have anyway. I know you're humble, but we like to discuss it anyway. So how would you possibly go about, maybe in the music industry, making it a fairer place for everyone?
I think it's down to the people that would book the festivals and the promoters and the events people. They've got to really take a look at their lineup and see whether they are being true to kind of like fairness as well, really, kind of like gender fairness. But I also think on the other side of things, it's like, it shouldn't be male or female. It should be whether you're good at your job or not. You know, it doesn't matter with all aspects of life, really. If you are the best person at that job, then you should be booked for it. Yeah, it's a difficult one for me to say, because I used to do like the all-girl lineups, and they were fantastic. But you don't really want to make that an issue. I didn't want to do the all girl lineups, even though I did some makeup campaigns and stuff as well before, and I was quite twitchy with it in the beginning because it's not about making an issue out of male female kind of thing, because I think other people like to make a lot of issues about that. I think the best person for the best job is the best person. That's all I think. But I do really think that, I mean, I know in techno it's amazing because they do have a lot of fantastic techno DJs. I know in the trance scene, I don't really see hardly any female DJs in that scene. But that's more of a, I suppose, more of a European kind of thing. I don't know why. I don't know why that is, but yeah, maybe there needs to be a bit more kind of stuff to kind of tackle the whys and the buts and the hows on that kind of thing. So I think there's a lot of things. I know Brighton Music Conference had a committee in there. Layla was doing some stuff. So I know it's at the forefront of what people are thinking at the moment, and it's very much in the press and the news. So yeah, I think it's about talking about it and seeing how people feel, and recognising that there's different sides to different stories as well. So, and as long as everybody puts it in the pot, discusses it, you know, we're not all going to be the same. Life would be, you know, the world would be a boring place if we were all the same at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's what I
absolutely. Brilliant, yeah, great reply. Brilliant. You obviously mentioned as well headlining a female-only event, or, you know, those kind of things. What spurred on that to be a thing straight away, or what examples of things?
I suppose myself and Anne Savage got together. We did like called Savagely Lashed, and we went all around the world, USA, Canada, and, you know, like all over the place really. We did with that. That was a pretty cool thing. You don't get many of like the females together. But I think it came when I think I stopped doing the all girl lineups, because I used to do my own like lash parties and lashed events. I think I stopped doing them when a certain trance DJ asked me if I'd like to play in a pink room at one of their massive festivals, and I was like really uppity about it, like, why on earth would you want to put me in a pink room, like, because it was a girls only room, and I just thought that was really backdated and like old hat really, you know. I was kind of like, are the boys going to be in the baby blue book room, like, and I was a little bit kind of like bullshit like that in a way, but I think it was just a defense mechanism of like, why should we all just be pink and the boys be blue? We've gone way past that now. Let's not get into that kind of detail of things. So yeah, and you know, from the earlier question, it was like, I think the best person should be the best person for that job, doesn't matter what they do. You know, you should be able to do like The Voice. You know, it's sort of like if this DJ's played an amazing set, made you feel like that. It doesn't matter who it is behind the decks. That's their job to do that. Whether, you know, and both male and female have the ability to do it. But we definitely do need more females in here. I don't know whether being a male dominated industry stops the females kind of wanting to be in this industry. And I do see it quite a lot online when there's kind of like these boiler room things, and some of the comments are absolutely disgraceful, like to the women, really bad. And so there is still that prejudice against the females, you know, but I say, if we can work a washing machine, we can work the decks. That's what I say.
Love it. Unfortunately, we do have to talk about COVID. We have to talk about the lockdowns. We have to, you know, just discuss what your experience was. We were all very miserable, obviously, a very difficult time. We've had to push back events, so upsetting. But obviously, you started, what was it, hashtag Lashes Lockdown? Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Oh my goodness. So when we first got locked down, obviously all my gigs got stopped. I was doing like pretty full diary really, which is the same as most artists out there. So I was watching Doc Scott from Coventry, another fellow Coventarian like myself. He was doing his podcast and just like live streams for an hour every single Saturday, and it was amazing the amount of people that were sort of on his live stream, on the chats. It was just really, they were looking forward to that every single week, you know, because we were locked down for like 12 weeks or something, wasn't it crazy, for the first time. And just the enjoyment of what musicians can bring in the face of adversity, I suppose, and something that we've never experienced before. Yeah, I wanted to do something similar, so I started doing Saturday nights. And probably every other week it was, and ended up getting an audience of like 156,000 on like one of them was like, God, what's going on? Which glasses am I going to wear today? What am I going to play? You know, that kind of thing. But no, the chats and everyone coming together, and it's a really big thing. But the most disappointing thing on that was that the big companies decided that they could make money out of it, I suppose, and they put a block on a lot of the tunes that we were playing. So there was a lot of silence through our sets and stuff, and you can't really, that's something that you can't control. And so I had to stop, really, because a lot of my even my tracks that I actually made were stopped because there's obviously a code on there that they wanted to make money out of it, and that's the industry that we're in, which I don't like, which is not good, because music and education should be free to everybody, and there shouldn't be a price on that, and unfortunately there is. And so Facebook were very naughty like that. We'll shout them out. So.
How disappointing. Oh, what a shame. Oh, but talking on a lighter note, I suppose, but I myself am part of the Kickstarter team at Lisa Lash's School of Music, founded by yourself. What was it that drove you to decide to make a school like that?
Oh my gosh. So it was, I mean, how long have we got? It was just so amazing. So I went to basically Christmas Eve, 5 to 12, 5 to midnight. I was like, I need a new direction in my life. I want to do something. I don't, you know, I'll admit I was 50 this year in lockdown. And basically I wanted to do something where I didn't want to be going around the world 100 miles an hour. It is kind of a stressful job, you know, went to Australia for the weekend, Argentina for the night, you know, and I didn't want to do that so much anymore. But I knew that I had so much education about music and events and, you know, international kind of industry in me, and I just did lessons. I went down to, I wrote an email to Philip Colvin, QC, because I saw his memorandum of what he wanted to do with creative industries in 2018. And when I told him that his policy was out of date, and he got straight back to me, obviously somebody else who was doing absolutely nothing on Christmas Eve, yeah, he got straight back to me saying, like, could you come down for coffee? Went down for coffee, had loads of ideas, sat in his office, and he just went, like, pull these ideas out and just said, right, direct on this one, which was a school basically for education and giving back to pupils and letting them know, you know, what's in the music industry, and that it can be a career. And it can be quite a lucrative career as well. And there's so many different avenues that you can go. You know, from being at school now, that the event management isn't event management. It's everything that's involved in that as well, you know, to make that happen. So yeah, I did a workshop with all my friends, got them to bring all the music in, all the decks and stuff, on Saturday in Leicester. And then I met my business partner, Deborah, who was been in education all of her life. Her son came up. He had ADHD and a couple of different problems. He won't mind me saying, because I won't say his name, actually. He won't mind me saying anyway. Yeah, and she saw how him coming for the day and spending it doing creative stuff with us changed his life, basically. So she said on all the way home, she had a 4-hour drive back to Kent, and it was just in her ear, but that was a connection. She'd never spoken to him like that before. He was only like 15, you know, and that was a connection for, you know, child and mother in a way. So she saw the bigger picture of that, and asked me if I wanted to do a school, be funded for a school, and I was like, yes. And 7 weeks later, we got funds and started the Lisa Lash's School of Music in Northampton. Then lockdown, and then did Kickstarter with you lovely people. So yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I'm a massive fan of it. You know, given some amazing opportunities for all of us. Do you know what I mean? It's been brilliant so far. I've only been here a few weeks, and it's been amazing. Just to unfortunately, just to finish off. Yeah. The interview, I just wanted to ask you, you know, you've got so much knowledge, so much experience in the industry. What advice would you give to young aspiring artists?
I suppose young aspiring artists now right in lockdown, is you can't, if you want to be a DJ, you've got to be the best DJ that you possibly can. You've got to try and do it your way. Don't listen to anybody. I've never listened to anybody, to the point of a promoter would go, can you play this music in the club? And I'd be like, yeah, of course I can. Like, played nothing like it when I got there. What are you going to do? Take me off? No. So you just got to be really fearless. Don't let anything, you know, don't live your life going into the creative industry with fear, because you'll never get anywhere. Be as good as you can. and treat people like you want to be treated as well, and learn absolutely everything. There's so many different things that are an amazing career for people starting out now. And if you've got some amazing music, go and take it to a USB, find a way to get it to that artist. Throw it that, I don't know, maybe not throw it at them, but I don't know, do whatever you can to be at those places, supporting the artists that you know will play your music and stuff like that. So it's all about that. I mean, I did it with Carl Cox. I did his 16 weeks residency. I did about 9 weeks where I took him a track every week that I'd made, and just to go there, and he knew then that I was making that effort to do that. Everyone can send an email, everyone can send a link to a track, but if you make that special effort to go there, people recognise that. And I think you're just going to put that extra work in and commit to it. If you want to be in the music business, you've got to be married to the music, baby. That's it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. This has been brilliant. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Holly, so much. And I will see you very soon. Thank you. You take care. You've been brilliant. Thank you.